waters are fast-moving.
Unlike other big rallies,
Bit earlier at about 7 a.m., a group from the Coast Guard.
Welcome to #PHVote 2013.
Today on Rappler, Justice Secretary Leila de Lima submits her list of corrupt lawmakers implicated by Janet Lim Napoles. The Philippines releases photos of China's construction in Johnson Reef. And Nigeria's president refuses to swap Boko Haram prisoners for kidnapped schoolgirls.
Hello, I'm Natasha Gutierrez. Welcome to Rappler, your social news network. Justice Secretary Leila de Lima submits to the Senate her copy of the signed list of lawmakers implicated by alleged pork barrel scam mastermind Janet Lim Napoles. The list names Budget Secretary Butch Abad, Agriculture Secretary Proceso ALCALA, and 12 former and incumbent senators: Tito Soto, Lauren Legarda, Coco Pimentel, Manny Villar, Alan Peter Cayetano, Gringo Honasan, Robert Barbers, Cheese Escudero, J.V. Ejercito, and 3 senators already facing plunder charges over the scam: Bong Revilla, Jinggoy Estrada, and Juan Ponce Enrile. Senate Blue Ribbon Committee Chair T.G. Gingona says the committee granted de Lima a 1-week extension for the affidavit of Napoles. Following confusion over different versions of the lists, the Senate also orders Principal Whistleblower Ben Hurloy to submit his records of the pork barrel scam to the chamber. The Philippines releases photos to prove what it calls China's destabilizing moves in the disputed West Philippine Sea or South China Sea. The photos show China's construction on Mabini Reef or Johnson Reef in the disputed Spratly Islands over a span of 2 years. In a statement Thursday, the Philippine Foreign Affairs Department says, quote, "These actions are considered destabilizing and in violation of the Declaration on the Conduct of Parties in the South China Sea and international law." It adds Mabini Reef is part of the Kalayaan Island Group, which is part of Philippine territory. The first photo, dated March 13, 2012, shows a predominantly blue sea. The 2 succeeding photos, dated February 28, 2013 and February 25, 2014, show gradual construction and reclamation activities. The last photo, dated March 11, 2014, shows a huge patch of reclaimed land. Philippine Defense Secretary Voltaire Gazmin says China is likely building an airstrip and a military base in the disputed area. Philippine Military Chief General Emmanuel Bautista names 3 military bases that will be offered for American troops to use. This comes after the 2 countries signed a military deal that would give U.S. troops increased access to Philippine military bases. The bases face the South China Sea, the site of a territorial row between the Philippines and China. The first base is the Naval Detachment in Palawan's Oyster Bay, which is located near the disputed Kalayaan Group of Islands or SPRATLYS. The second is the Naval Education and Training Command in San Antonio, Zambales, near the disputed Panatag or Scarborough Shoal. The third is Fort Magsaysay in Nueva Ecija, one of the biggest military bases in Asia. The Sandiganbayan orders the temporary seizure of the properties of dismissed Chief Justice Renato Corona. The properties are estimated to be worth over 130.59 million pesos or over $2 million, the amount the Corona couple allegedly owes the government. The anti-graft court issued a writ of preliminary attachment in connection with the forfeiture case filed against the couple last March by the Ombudsman. The order is meant to protect the victim, in this case the government, in case the court decides in the Corona's favor. The Coronas are accused of using their government positions to enrich themselves. The Philippines will be in the spotlight as it hosts the World Economic Forum East Asia on May 21 to 23. National Economic and Development Authority Director General Arsenio Balisacan says the Philippines' economic successes will be highlighted, including its better-than-expected GDP growth. But corruption scandals, like the pork barrel scam, threaten to slow down the economic momentum. Balisacan says the corruption scandals can also be seen in a positive light, of a government that is trying to implement reforms in a corrupt system.
It should be seen positively in the sense that you are unearthing abuses and you're learning from that. You're putting as a result better safeguards, better institutions, so that this will not be repeated in the future. What is important for us is they are seeing us now as a country that is doing a lot of reforms, that's pushing for improvements in our governance, and that we really mean business when we say we will achieve inclusive growth.
Critics say the Philippines' growth isn't trickling down to the poor. BALISACAN says poverty is a problem that spans generations.
Poverty is often, in this country at least, is often an intergenerational issue. We are trying to break that by investing heavily on human capital formation among children of the poor.
Nigeria's President Goodluck Jonathan rules out a swap for the release of imprisoned Islamist militants in exchange for schoolgirls kidnapped a month ago. Britain's Africa Minister Mark Simmons says he raised the issue with Jonathan. He says, quote, "I did discuss this with the president and he made it very clear that there will be no negotiation with Boko Haram that involves a swap of abducted schoolgirls for prisoners." In a video released Monday, the Islamist militant group says they may release the girls if Nigeria freed imprisoned militants. This comes as international powers ramp up the search effort, including the use of U.S. military surveillance, drones, and manned aircraft. On April 14, 276 girls were kidnapped from their school in Chibok. 223 are still missing. Let's now look at Rappler's Wrap for today, a list of the 10 most important events around the world you shouldn't miss. At number 7, thousands of people in Southern California evacuate to escape raging wildfires Wednesday. At least 15 buildings have been destroyed, including 3 homes. The fire also causes a major highway and a nearby nuclear power plant to close down. At number 8, the New York Times abruptly replaces its first female executive editor, Jill Abramson. A former investigative correspondent, Abramson was appointed to lead the newsroom in 2011. The paper's own report on her departure says the reasons for the switch were not immediately clear. Managing editor Dean Baquet will replace her. Baquet will become the first African-American executive editor at the New York Times. And at number 9, the children of Hollywood power couple Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt are keen to help their parents plan their long-awaited wedding. Jolie says if the kids had their way, they would organize a Disney or paintball party. Jolie also reveals she's doing well a year after going through a double mastectomy to reduce her high risk of breast cancer. The couple has been engaged since 2012, but Pitt has often said they will not marry in the United States so long as same-sex marriage equality is not the law of the land. For the full top 10, visit Rappler.com's The Wrap. For our social media post of the day, 5 years after the death of pop icon Michael Jackson, his posthumous album Escape is released. The first single to drop is Love Never Felt So Good. Its music video debuts Wednesday featuring Justin Timberlake. The video shows file footage of Jackson's performances, superimposed with Timberlake and other people dancing to the King of Pop's trademark dance moves. The video raked up to more than 1 million views on YouTube, less than 24 hours since its posting. Every story on Rappler has a mood meter, which gives you 8 emotions to choose from. Click how you feel and your vote comes down to the mood navigator on the bottom of the front page, which crowdsources the mood of the day. It also gives you the top 10 stories with the most clicks. Let's check out today's mood navigator. Let's see, this purple circle on the left stands out. It's the only purple circle on our mood navigator today. Of course, the talk of the town. Napoles' camp insists on just one list. Is she credible? 46% of readers are annoyed by the story, while 25% say they're amused. Over to the right. Again, on the pork barrel scam, Abad ALCALA 12 senators signed Napoles list. This is referring to the list that was released today. This story has 71% of people feeling angry, 7% are sad, and 7% say they don't care. And right in the middle, a big red circle. This story makes a lot of people angry. The Philippines shows destabilizing China moves in SPRATLYS. This refers to the photos we showed earlier in the newscast. 93% say they're angry, and 3% say they're annoyed. All these stories contribute to the mood of the day. Today, most people are angry. That's Rappler's newscast for today, Thursday, May 15, 2014. Visit Rappler.com and watch our newscast Monday to Friday. Tell us how you feel in our mood meter and help us crowdsource the mood of the day. I'm Natasha Gutierrez. As we say at Rappler, tomorrow begins today.